Hi. If you're like me and tired of old and oxidized headlights which hardly pass any light, then I will show you how to dramatically improve the looks of your Prius and build a set of modern headlights. These aftermarket black headlights for the newer restyled version of second generation Prius 2006 to 2009. They have a perfect groove for the DRL LED strip in the middle. I'm also going to paint the reflector in black. Now cover everything with a scotch tape. Leave it for 5 minutes. This is a generic 2.5-inch Bi-Xenon projector with a honeycomb net imprinted inside. This connector leads to the LED, which illuminates the housing and brings the so-called devil eye effect. This connector is for the high beam curtain switch. It needs to be connected to the high beam wire. This is the iris shroud with an angel eye, which has a separate controller. White cable has to be connected to the plus of the low beam. This will disable the halo when headlights are on. We need this converter ring to mount the shroud on the smaller 2.5-inch projector. This is the controller for the devil eyes. You can choose the mode and the color via app on your smartphone. This is the bulb holder. I'll mount it on the back of the projector. For the Prius application we'll need this H4 adapter. This is how the devil eye LED looks like. I'm cutting the tubes from the old shroud and use them as nuts to attach the devil eye LED. This is the high beam curtain motor and it has to be placed down. While I was testing the devil eyes, I found out that the iris shrouds were not trapping the light inside the projector as good as the Gatling shrouds. The light has been visible on the headlight reflectors outside of the projector, so I decided to cut 2 rings from the old shrouds and use them to trap the light. This is the app which comes with a devil eye controller. It can be found by using the QR code on the controller. You need to cut this little piece to run all the wires through the hole. Don't tighten up the projector just yet. Test everything once again. Now is a good time to remove the old headlights, temporarily install the new headlights and align the projectors horizontally. As an optional step, you can then glue the projectors in place so they don't rotate. The car has to be parked on a level surface against a wall. It is advisable to leave the car at the same spot until you complete the project. You can use some marking tape to remember your current beam settings. Both of the bolts holding rubber pads have completely rusted, so it took me a while to detach the bumper. There is a 10mm bolt holding the bumper on each side. Now I'm going to install the bulbs temporarily and use an external source of power to turn on the bulbs. Now you will need to rotate the projectors to adjust the horizontal angle. There is enough play between H4 adapter plate and the socket to slightly rotate the projector. Make sure that the beams are aligned as indicated. There is a lot of information online if you need more instructions to this. If additional rotation is required, you will have to file the 3 tips of the adapter plate to allow more space for rotation. Make sure to check the alignment again after tightening the nut. In this step I'm applying a bit of 1-minute epoxy glue in between the nut and the headlight threads and the nut and the H4 adapter plate. This will secure the projector from possible rotation. However, please note that in my case the headlights changed its geometry after assembly and the beams were not precisely aligned anymore. If it's possible, I would advise to do this step after the assembly in case you would need additional adjustment. Now I'm drilling the hole in the center of the panel for the LED strip. I'm gradually increasing the drill size. There's a certain way you're supposed to cut the LED strip. With this one, the spacing was at every 6 LEDs. Now it's very important to insert the new butyl tape before you reinstall the glass onto the housing, otherwise the headlight might not be properly sealed against water. I would highly recommend to get a Bi-Xenon H4 relay kit harness online. It will come with all of the connections that you need already soldered together. It will have the H4 connector, and then the high beam connector and connector to your ballast, and it comes with the relay, so you're gonna protect your electrical system. Just make sure to order the right type for your car, so it's H4 Bi-Xenon relay high-low, or you can order this on Amazon. Basically same thing, H4 Bi-Xenon, and it will have all the connections that you need. I took two of these style connectors, cut one side off and made a connection to the parking light connector. This will power LED strip, devil lights and angel lights on both sides. I didn't quite figure out how to seal the opening in the center, but this didn't cause any issues with moisture getting inside. I connected the relay harness to the main positive terminal in the fuse box. I routed the cable through an opening at the bottom left. There is also a fuse. This is the relay. This is the connection to H4 headlight cable. This is the connector to high beam curtain switch. This is the ballast. These two cables connect to HID bulb. I connected the rest of the devices to the parking light connector. This is the high beam curtain switch connector. Please make sure to connect this white halo cutoff cable to the middle positive terminal of H4 connector. This will ensure that the halo will turn off if the headlight is on. This is the final setup. I attached the ballast to the wall on the right underneath the headlight with cable tie. A couple of cables will need to be transferred to the other headlight on the left. I connected the negative cable to this bolt. This is the setup on the other side. I attached the ballast same way. Again, you will need to connect the cutoff cable to the middle terminal.